He actually came up to me and he said, "Hey, Champagne, I'm a huge fan. Can you sign my hat for me?" I said, "I got no time for you," and I walked away.
Champagne Singh is a man who loves to party, he loves the ladies, and he loves to fight. I am
Exactly.
speaking to a man with his roots in India and in Canada. How are you doing, sir? And why the change in name? That took the world by surprise.
I'm doing great, everybody. Namaste to everybody listening. Sat Sri Akal, everybody. Thank you for having me. Why the name change? Because my life has changed. Rags to riches. I got more rich than I already was, and now I get to be me with the volume turned up.
You get to be you, but is it fair to say there is a little bit of Ric Flair in there, maybe?
No Ric Flair, no Ric Flair. Ric Flair is his own thing. Million Dollar Man is his own thing. Everybody's their own thing. So this is going to be a new version of a very rich guy, arrogant, flamboyant, ready to just party, like you said. Enjoy the party, enjoy the girls, enjoy the food, the champagne, and of course, beating people up.
And that the name has such a good ring to it, right?
Thank
Champagne
you.
Singh. The uh, was it your idea to come up with the name, or how did this whole process come about?
Yeah, that was my idea. I mean, champagne is universal. Everybody loves champagne to celebrate. So now every time they hear Champagne Sing or champagne, they're gonna think about me, especially the wrestling fans, right? And it's so easy to associate with a new character now, and I'm gonna be very personable, and you're either gonna love me or you're gonna hate me, and the name right away is gonna catch the attention.
Absolutely, absolutely, sir. Uh, yeah, meanwhile, we were talking off camera before this. Maybe the simplest, most humble guy I know off camera is Mahabali Shera. But then when he enters the ring, he becomes a beast of his own. Uh, Champagne Singh, the character of Champagne Singh, and the character of the Lion of Punjab, Mahabali Shera, you guys are so different, yet you guys come together and you mold together so well. Uh, what is it like working with him?
Like you said, Mavali Shera is he's my brother. Behind the scenes, like we're more close than we seem on TV as well. Because on TV, everybody just sees us for a handful of minutes, just fighting on the same side. But behind the scenes, we travel together, we eat together, we're on the phone together. If we're in the same city, we go to the gyms together and stuff like that. Um, and like you said, to me, he's a great person, very humble, very nice. He's always anything I need, he's there, and vice versa. We're there for each other. And you know, if he goes through some things with the family, which he had a couple of years ago, I'm one phone call away, and vice versa. He's very close with my father. They talk on the phone quite often. And then, like you said, the contrast of characters. I'm, the money guy, the rich guy, and he's like the paid muscle, like the big lion in the jungle that is ready to rip anybody's head off at any time. So it's a good mix, and being able to work with him has been a great journey, and we look forward to a lot more opportunities.
First saw you in the DC Hit Squad.
Yes, sir.
How different was that guy from Champagne Singh, your current?
I think the difference is when I was part of the Desi Hit Squad, it was more like I was just another tough guy, another Indian guy, Bagwala, also at the same time, just more being a villain as opposed to being like a good wrestler as well as a character. I was just more like a villain put into the ring. And now with Champagne Singh, you're going to see more personality. You're going to see more of who I really am and who I can be on screen as well. And I think getting the microphone is going to be more of my strength. And that's what's going to happen a lot more often here.
When we talk about the great wrestling families, I mean, everybody mentions the Anoais or the Rhodes. Not enough conversation centers around your family, which is one of the great wrestling families ever. What was it like growing up with Jinder Mahal and your legendary, like the great Gama, like all of you guys? What was it like growing up with them, and was wrestling always on the cards for you, or was did you have other ambitions in mind at some point?
So as you stated earlier, I grew up in Canada, so I played hockey. Ice hockey is really big over here. I then went and started playing ball hockey as well. So I was doing that. I actually represented India at the World Ball Hockey Championships twice in 2007 and 2009. So I committed to other sports, but yes, wrestling was always in the forefront. Wrestling, when I'm talking with my brothers or my cousin, it was always, what did my dad do? What did my chacha do? Because my chacha was a wrestler too. A lot of people don't know that. And then of course, all of our Pindus, they're all wrestling too. So, right. So from there, wrestling was always on our mind. And then, my cousin got involved and I was still playing hockey, and the time came for me to start wrestling. And I appreciate the kind words you said about my family, but yeah, it's definitely special because it's in my blood. So right from my earliest memories, being a wrestler was always something that I knew I was going to do.
Um, did does Jinder keep offering words of advice because he reached like the next level of success at one point? Does he keep sharing tips or words of advice with you?
Well, to tell you the truth, he actually phones me and asks me for tips because I'm his, I'm his senior and I'm the one that's giving him all the ideas. So no, but we have a great relationship. So we talk every day, but I have that same relationship with guys like Mahabali Shera and as well as Bhupinder Gujjar, right? It's not just my own family. It's all Apne, all Desis together. Like we all help each other. I've got other gentlemen in the industry that we speak with, like Rohan Raja. I talk to him quite often, and I just all Desis together. We all wanna boost each other.
Absolutely. Let's get to know you a little better with a quick rapid fire game. I'll
Okay.
just shoot a question to you and you tell me the first thing that comes to mind.
Okay, I'll try my best.
Who was your first wrestling hero?
My dad.
Amazing. What is the greatest match of all time?
The greatest match of all time. Ooh. Josh Alexander and Eric Young.
Oh, interesting choice. Field hockey or ice hockey?
Oh, ice hockey. Everybody's gonna hate me in India, but ice hockey.
Butter chicken or maple syrup?
Butter chicken.
Amazing. Becoming world champion on your own or winning the tag titles with Shera?
Flip a coin.
Who was your first wrestling crush?
My first wrestling crush. I gotta keep that secret. I'm gonna get in trouble.
Awesome, man. So we touched on your Canadian roots. As a Canadian yourself, I mean, what did you think of Josh Alexander's legendary reign and the way it came to an end? What were your own thoughts on it?
For him being a champion, I thought it was great. Not only because he's Canadian, but because of how great of a wrestler he is. He's amazing talent. I never really got the chance to know him until he was already like in the title picture, but he's a great athlete. How it came to an end, I mean, I'm rubbing elbows with Macklin now, so I'm okay with how it ended. But ultimately, on the real side of things, no, I feel for him because he put so much of his heart and passion into being a champion and being a great performer, having great matches, and to be injured like that, it's I think we got robbed of a great match and a great opportunity of seeing Steve Macklin and Josh Alexander on pay-per-view.
I'm sure it will happen down the line and we can all enjoy it. Speaking of all the great people you're working with, you mentioned Macklin right now. What is it like working with, Heath and Rhino as well?
Working with guys like Heath and Rhino is special because when I was coming up in the ranks, I remember watching them. I remember seeing Rhino when I was a child. I met him a few times through my dad, and then finally getting to be in the ring with him, it's almost like a surreal moment because wow, I looked up to this guy. I played in the video games as Rhino, and now I'm fighting Rhino in real life. So, and guys like Heath is a great talent. Heath is somebody that is so well respected in the wrestling world that being able to share the ring with him it's special because so many people watch these guys, and that means they're going to be watching guys like Shera and I now. And that's just going to be another stepping stone for us to be put into other matches as well.
Amazing. What is it like working with Macklin then? Do you think he's a worthy successor to the great Josh Alexander?
Absolutely. The hard work he puts in behind the scenes doesn't do justice for his character on TV. Like, the guy's a very hardworking guy. He comes from a rough background. He's a military guy, so a lot of respect to him for that, because not everybody has the heart of desire to be able to go to the military. But a lot of respect for him inside and outside of the ring, as he's only getting better and better every match.
So the wrestling world was talking about something recently, and you were right at the center of it all. CM Punk was backstage at Impact Wrestling.
Yeah.
Did you get a chance to meet him, and did you have any interactions with him?
Yeah, he actually came up to me and he said, "Hey, Champagne, I'm a huge fan. Can you sign my hat for me?" I said, "I got no time for you," and I walked away.
Amazing, great answer. Amazing. So we are here to talk about the Impact Plus and the Impact Insiders app. Let's go back in time. You mentioned a match that you really liked from the Impact Wrestling catalog, from Impact Wrestling's rich history. Is there another match maybe that you'd want our viewers and our listeners to maybe check out by logging on to these apps?
I think if you log into Impact Plus or the Impact Insiders, as well as catching Impact Wrestling on DAZN, the DAZN app, I would like to point fans into the direction of watching Champagne Singh and early Raj Singh matches, because not everything hit TV right away, or maybe if it did hit TV, it was put right onto the app right away. So I think, there's matches that I had with Chris Bay, there are matches that I had with Rich Swann. I'd like people to go have a look at those. But of course, you can literally click and watch any of our guys, any of our knockouts, and have a great time watching those matches. Whether it be the old matches or the new matches that are on there, any match you watch, I guarantee you'll have a great time.
Final question. Any message for your fans in India, and do you want Impact Wrestling to come down to India with you as the homecoming hero and everything?
Yeah, of course. Man, I don't have enough time to say everything I want to say to everybody in India, but I have a lot of respect for everybody in India, because I get nothing but support. Win or lose, I get nothing but support, and it gives me a lot of motivation, because we have so many people, so many upbringing, so many Desi people out there supporting us, whether it be Bhupinder Gujjar, Shera, or myself, including my dad, anybody else with our heritage. They're following us and they're supporting us through thick and thin. And all I can say is thank you so much, Shukriya. And I love everybody, and keep the support coming, because when Champagne Singh finally raises his hand with the championship title, it'll be dedicated to everybody in India and everybody that supports me.
That'll be a great moment. Thank you so much for your time, sir. And I look forward to having more conversations.
Of course. Thank you so much.